Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to day 2 of techniques that I use to clear my energy and get into the best state so I can channel information, light codes, energy. You might be wanting to do tarot or crystals or body work or QHHT or whatever your gifts and whatever you want to do with your gifts. This is the steps that I use to get into the channeled state. Yesterday was clearing the energy field. Go watch that if you haven't. Today is, for me, the importance of setting my sacred space and clearing my space. So I've done sessions at random people's houses, at my own space, in like yoga studios. We are so affected. I am so affected by the external vibratory frequencies all around. When we really take the time to set the frequency of our space, and it doesn't have to be your whole house, it can just be the room that you're in. The importance of it is, one, it's fun to start reading energy as a practice. So just the intention to every day, what's in my space? Can I psychically and energetically tune into the energy external to my field? So what's happening in that back corner, or what's happening in that front corner, or what's happening energetically underneath my crystal bowls, right? Because this daily practice is what's going to start to fine tune your psychic senses to just start reading and interpreting energy. And then you can start from there to be able to advance that into bilocating or remote viewing other rooms. So in my multidimensional energy training, which I'll be running cohorts this year, I'm just still getting into doing this again after having my little bub. One of my students, I remember they did a swap. So in the training, we clear our space and then we project our frequency into our partner's room. And they haven't seen the room before. And it was amazing. This one beautiful student read everything that was in the room. He was like, oh, you have a fan, there's like a rug on the floor, oh, you have a computer on the desk. Like, he was just seeing everything, and he did not believe that he could do this. And he was reading and interpreting the energy of the space. Oh wow, I can feel that you were holding this emotion yesterday. And she was like, yeah, I was. So clearing the space is obviously good for raising the frequency, but it's really good to just start reading energy and playing and practicing around with our ability to remote view things, to move through time and space with our consciousness, through projecting and intending that our frequency is now arriving in a space. And I kind of teach you how to do this in the course, but please know that you can do so much more with your gifts. And if you're sitting here thinking, I'm not very good and I have a long way to go and I have a lot to learn, no, you don't. It's just practice and being playful with it and giving it a go. I bet when I was running a lot of sessions one-on-one, a lot of the times people were asking their guides, why hasn't my gifts come on? And the guides would ask, have you been practicing? Have you set your intention to how you want to use your gifts? Have you pinpointed one activity and practiced that? Right? So I think that if you really want to own your gifts, doing it every day and doing it in different spaces, working on different people, working in different rooms, and learning a few tidbits of information and then making it your own is everything, right? So how I clear the space, I seal off white light all around the walls, all around the floor, and then I bring in a tornado of light or a Merkaba, or I open a portal of light at the very ceiling. I call in crystals from the earth, anything that you can imagine that has a force behind it, and you spend time to energetically create a momentum or an energetic pattern behind it, is going to work for you. So you could literally, they're showing me a tiger coming in. Spirit's funny. They're just showing me a tiger coming in and taking a deep breath and going and then going out and blowing it up, right? It literally doesn't matter how you envision the energy being cleared. But for me, I create this ginormous tornado of white light, and it starts to pull and suck all the vibrational energy in. Now you can just run this through your space over your energetic field, or you can really take the time to read the energy. What am I clearing from this space? When I first moved into this home that I'm in now, I always had this really uncomfortable feeling in the kitchen, like someone was watching me. Oh, I can see it now. And I was like, okay, I ran this training when I first moved in, and someone fully confirmed what I saw, and we all watched it together. So I said, everyone project yourself into my kitchen. And we did that because they had permission. So side note, don't be like watching people or like projecting yourself where you're not meant to go without permission, because that's morals and ethics, and don't do that. but we projected ourselves into the kitchen, and we all went, oh. And there was this little Italian lady, this little tiny old Italian lady, and she had a wooden rolling pin, and she was waving it, speaking really mad at us. And I was like, holy what's going on? And I had a little chat to her, and it was the mother of the man that lived here 2 houses ago or something. I can't remember. And I was like, lady, I'm paying a lot of money in rent. Rental prices are crazy. I need to be able to like go in my kitchen and like make my eggs. Please, what can we do? And then she really didn't want to leave. So I basically called in teams of light, opened up a little portal, and I said, could you please bind in your heart to go on to a space, and kind of moved her on. And she kind of just disappeared through this veil of light. So that kind of moves into like another lesson that I teach, is just like how to move entities on, or how to clear spirits, or things like this, right? There's lots of different techniques that you can use for that. But back to the space clearing, if you ever feel weird in your space, or if you just feel like things are funky, before you channel energy, seal off the room, clear it out, and then upgrade it. There's an exercise on how to do this in the 5-day challenge for your multidimensional energy foundations. Go and do that. It's really interesting. And then I would say just start practicing in every room that you have, because not only are you going to raise your frequency, but you're practicing reading and interpreting energy, and that can only ever advance your gifts. So don't worry if you can't see. I know so many people are like, I can't see. Don't worry. Can you feel? Can you sense? Can you intuit? Can you hear? Can you know? Can you spend the time to use whatever gift is online? Because if you're sitting there frustrated that one gift isn't online, you're ignoring the one gift that is working. So just go with what you feel and sense. And I always say, get a pen and paper and create a map. Anything you're sensing, write it down or draw it or express it in a certain way, because the more that you play in this realm, the invisible realm, the more everything is going to fine tune and refine. When I first started, it was not refined, and I just did it and did it and did it and did it. And now it's pretty refined, and I can always do better, and I'm always wanting to refine further. So it's just a journey. So yeah, stay tuned for day 3 of this little mini journey on how I get myself ready to channel energy. If you've learned anything, or if you've ever cleared your space and found something funky, write it in the comments below. Sending all my love.